I suspect.
I'd like to go to the halfway in first.
All right. Let's do
Scott
that.
desperately attempts to keep on task.
Keep on target. Keep on target.
Can you? I just want everybody to be grateful that my memory isn't super, super good, or I just have people like clutching onto your fucking legs as you're dragging them. They're like, "No, come with me on my plot instead." Right. So, what are you going to do, Pete, to get them there?
I'm getting a little bit of echo when you're talking as well, Logan.
I don't know what it is, or if it's just now it seems to have stopped. Can
Because
you
I
guys still
muted
hear me?
myself to see.
So it's all you, Pete.
So it could be just me. Something's happening on my end.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suspect the Australian internet is fucking us.
Yeah, I unplugged and replugged my headset to see if it makes any difference.
I'm not hearing any echo now.
No.
Be sure to punish your headset later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you going to do to get them there?
We go to Clem's.
Where are you going? Oh, that's right. First, you're going to excellent. Right.
No, we're not.
Problem. Okay, you guys head on over to Clem.
Yes.
Clem's like, howdy. What can I do you for?
Shave, please.
Hot towel?
Yes, thank you.
Where are you going back to?
Beastkin San Angeles, Wild Wild West.
Yes, sir. He puts them as well?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You guys all sit down, put hot towels, think about the whole misogyny of this is the only way to travel is for the hot towel shave. And at least it's not a vajazzle. That's something to be grateful for. Anyway.
Women can have beards too.
Some of them do.
So it's not sexist at all.
Yay! Anyway. Yay!
And
I'm a progressive.
It could be shaving their legs.
I think that would be a different kind of chair. Oh, hold on a second. I hear a rapping as if it's tapping.
So what do we do once we get the costumes?
Basically, I draw a doorway on a wall with special chalk, and then there's this long prayer to Jupiter that it's got to be said in Latin, and you've got to repeat it. Even if you don't know Latin, I can do it slowly, and you can just repeat the words that I say, and then the door opens up and we walk through. If you don't say the prayer, you can't get there, unfortunately. The way that we had to do it was, I don't know if you've encountered the bridge where if you cross over it, you hallucinate in the sewers of despair.
There was a funny bridge. I think we avoided it.
Yeah. So anyway, there's if you climb down into the chasm, which is 100 meters down, there's a boat there that you can row, but you've got to have somebody standing in the chariot, which is on the trireme, and basically do the song from Willy Wonka as they're going down the river.
Wow.
The looks on their faces like, what kind of crack is Logan been smoking?
So yes, we did that. It almost killed us, but we did that. The fun bit was convincing Mildred she had to be the one singing, mainly because both Alex and I had some skill in rowing. So, but it ended up that I was the only one rowing, so we had to get some things to attach to the oars so I could actually use the oars instead of two people, just so we could get down. But yeah. And
it's real singing, not just rolling dice.
Yes. So Yana had to sing for Logan.
It's great.
The wonderful thing. Eventually, somebody may make a clip of all the different songs people have sung in this.
Yes. And the other thing I've been doing is, I don't know, I think I've posted it, but under the Australian Embassy, I got a group of miners and a foreman, and they've been fun. They traveled with us, and were opening up all the bits and pieces underground that were blocked, that you had to do contortions to get through. We bypassed some of the bits that you had to swim through, 6 slots, yes, etc. So there's that as well to do if you want to continue doing that.
What do we do, Logan?
Yeah,
What do
Because
we do?
we actually opened up some areas we hadn't been to before.
Oh,
By,
That's a damn
you're
good
not even
idea.
a quarter done.
yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to be done. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so it made things a lot easier traveling them. So for example, where the robot is and where the old prison was and the crashed spaceship, for example, they're opened up. You can just wander in them now. There's a stairs just going straight down from the basement to the to there. And the cave where Brown used to live and where the oh, that's right, you guys managed to get through the dragon head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of disappointing.
Way to boost Logan's confidence.
Actually, I will just do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, there were some tunnels through there that were originally blocked, which we got the miners to clear, and from there we were able to join up 2 extra bits and then eventually get into the main areas of the sewers.
Oh, yeah, there could still be more going on in that area there, Scott. Just FYI.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured there was something there, but I guess we didn't want to risk it.
So how did you manage to get back from there? Because it seemed like you were trapped there from your previous message.
Right.
Was it just as in, did you find a gate you traveled through? Or was
don't tell him exactly how you got back, because I'm going to be running him on that later.
Okay.
So, hey, there's no mystery. They simply appeared here.
You just woke up and you were here, like we do sometimes.
Easiest thing in the world.
Yep, no worries. The usual way we get back to places, we suddenly wake up and find we're somewhere completely different. Yep. All right.
There you go.
So, are we in Beastkin San Angeles?
You are. Otter Clem takes off your towels and he says, "Shave."
We're fine, thank you, Clem. Thank you.
Oh, I'll have a shave.
Okay.
You guys spend there 20 minutes there while you get your fucking shave. It just shows you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah. All right. So after he's done with his shave, you guys head over to the Australian embassy. People are greeting you and literally tipping their hats to the ambassador as you guys go. They're like, "Hello, ambassador," you know, the fox-headed guy, and a couple of rhino troops salute and such. You get to the Australian embassy. By the time you get there, word has already reached there, and the kids are there, and they're like, "Thank goodness you're here."
What's happened now? Yes.
We've had several things brought to the embassy that I think you might want to take a look at.
Okay. Lead on.
Right this way, Joshua.
We should probably deposit our cards while we're here.
The elf girl stops, turns, and goes.
I hand my tarot cards.
Lovely.
They're looking at Joshua.
Yeah. She'll put him in the safe.
Okay. Here you go.
She gives you a very
Is there
old-fashioned
any
look.
additional ones to the ones you had put into the post? Because you thought that Sheila might have had a few more.
Right. No, those are all the ones I had. I don't think I was able to find all the ones that Sheila had on her sheet.
Yeah, did you have, I don't know if you saw Sheila, Scott posted a few of the ones you
She probably doesn't know what we're talking about.
The tarot cards?
Yep. I'm getting it from context. I'm looking for my sheet.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
So
he seems interesting.
potentially with your tarot cards, we may actually make a complete deck, in which case it'll be 9 plots.
Oh, I had somebody bitching on me at me at one of the airboards. There's just not enough to do when it's a sandbox game. I'm like,
Yeah.
we just don't know what to do. Yep. Need competent people to manage to keep on track. But right, she takes you down. She's like, "Do you want them to go as well, sir?"
Yep. Oh, by the way, they're fine.
I figured there are other Australians, but I didn't know if you wanted them to be led into the vault area.
Yeah, they should be okay.
Or I could bring the things, samples of the things up.
Well, not knowing what they are and how big they are and how dangerous they are.
They're fairly big, apparently very dangerous, and they brought them here.
Who brought them here?
Other Australians. I not sure what their names were. She looks a bit embarrassed.
That's okay. I'll take us down to the vault.
All right. She does so, and she shows you several interesting things. There appear to be jacks, like what kids play with, jacks, ball and jacks, but they're bigger than head size, seem to be made of some sort of black plastic material. There are several of them.
Several? I thought there was only one of them.
More have arrived, apparently. There's also, I believe, 2 boxes of, and this should all be listed on the Australian Embassy.
I think they
are. 2 boxes of 12 each appear to be high-tech laser pistols, maybe blasters, something like that. Yes, that uses a whole different skill other than pistol. I know. Same again in rifles. Also, a box of, I believe, a dozen of these evil-looking black spheres that have 16, like a hole in them.
16 black spherical
16,
grenades.
sorry. And what else?
Some special alien thing to use, safe distance 15 meters. Oh, yep, there we go.
She shows you the stuff.
Right, so 4 sets of high quality chainmail
and armor. It makes
weapons.
you look like a tool if you wear it. It's bright yellow. It's the kind of thing an evil overlord would have his people wear.
So he did not make note of the fact that they were bright yellow. Let me just edit.
Yes,
and put that
bright yellow. Like I'm over here. They probably come with like the opaque face. Actually, I'm sure they come with the opaque face plates that super mega villains like to put their people into, so they don't have to look at their little faces.
Right, yellow. Right, yep. So 24 rifles. Each one has a full magazine that holds 50 ammo, 5 lasers.
We haven't tested any of them out. We don't know if they work here, but if they do, that would definitely strengthen the embassy guards, which may be needed because we've heard that there are some other elements coming in, possibly hostile.
Yes. So there's also yellow alien armor listed. So are you getting the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, so the dwarven armor is not the yellow armor?
No, that's the dwarven stuff is completely different. There's not much of that here, I don't believe. But yes,
suits.
The dwarven armor looks fantastic. It's all chain because you need to get plate custom fitted. But yeah, it's like chain hauberks and stuff. It looks like water coming off of a waterfall.
Four sets of high quality chainmail suits of armor and weapons from the dwarves in MMA land.
Yes, the weapons themselves look as though they are quite good.
All right, so 24 rifles, 24 pistols.
Yeah, for the weapons, if you don't mind making a note, equal numbers: daggers, swords, spears.
Sorry, what was that?
Daggers, swords, spears. If you don't mind adding that note.
Sorry, that's for the dwarven stuff.
Dwarven weapons. Yeah, that's everything a growing guard could possibly want.
Daggers, swords, spears. 4 by 4 by.
So we're wondering if we should try using any of this stuff, or if you don't think that would be a good idea, Joshua.
It may draw attention. The high-tech stuff, the futuristic guns, they may draw, using them here, may draw the attention of individuals that will cause great destruction.
All right.
Not actually seen what they look like in this land, and I'm not sure if I want to either. The Men in Black, the equivalent of Men in Black.
Hmm.
But yes, I suspect that using the alien weapons and stuff, they may not. I don't know, but I don't want to risk your lives.
Thank you, Joshua, she says.
Maybe we could take one with us and test it out somewhere else.
Yeah.
Pistol or rifle, she asks. Or both. Or one of those weird black spear things. Or all three.
Take a rifle.
She gets one out of the box and makes sure it's nice and clean and gives it to you.
Thank you.
They all look they look like they're made out of different kinds of plastic.
Instead of a sling?
Not made for humans, but they can get one rigged up.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they go rig one up for you. Would you like us to rig up slings for the other rifles and such? She asks.
Yes, please.
Please make a note onto your gear list.
And holsters for the pistols.
Excellent. Make a note of it. Western style slings and holsters for the weapons.
Yep. Oh, and have you two met Alana?
She curtsies. She's going for her etiquette roll.
I don't think so.
So, Alana, this is Dana and Glenn.
Hello. She criticals her etiquette roll. Obviously, this is a young elven lady of breeding and character. She is dressed in a formal Australian embassy suit with the Australian flag prominently upon the breast. Probably the right breast is my guess.
I bow in return.
Give me etiquette roll. I'm curious to see how you do on.
And
Joshua babbles at her. She smiles.
Yes, I attempt to speak Latin to her. Yes, but
she smiles indulgently at him.
I'm also going to try to politely greet her, and I do.
Someday you guys will have your stats onto your cool ass character sheets. It'll be awesome. I'm trying to encourage people to use them. They are fucking sexy character sheets.
Glenn, what cards did you hand over from what I had? The ones from last session?
I was gonna leave that up to you, but I let Joshua know you had some of them. I only found like 4 of them on your sheet.
Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Moon.
I have 2 others. The Page of Cups and the 5 of Cups.
Page of Cups and 5 of Cups. All right.
And would it be most helpful if I were to turn it into Alana here?
Yeah, we'll add it to the collection. I'm making note of whose cards are whose, so that assuming that they can be split up again, people get their cards back basically. Yeah, they're duplicates of ones we already got. We're missing the Page of Wands, the 8 of Cups. Oh, sorry, my apology. Oh no, you guys have already been here, haven't you, the Beakskin? So you would not get cards. However, you've never been to MMO land, so you'd actually get tarot cards for going there.
We've been here, but we didn't get cards when we came here. So
you didn't?
No, that was before we ever got any cards.
I'm happy to rectify that now.
Because when this is the first place that we actually got cards was coming here. Our credit cards and stuff in our wallet turned into tarot cards when we first came here. For Doc and myself and the others, those cards went bye-byes when the mansion got all its stuff taken.
What a kick in the knickers.
And then all the police evidence went missing.
All right. So cards. Sure. I'm happy to retcon you into a little bit more cards because unlike the other players, you managed to hold on to your shit and not have the police fucking seize it. So, right. Dana picks up the Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups. And Glenn picks up the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress.
I see.
Oh, real quick.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. When you said what they were, I thought, I see.
I know, I already knew which one.
It is complete.
You assemble the full tarot deck if you wish. If you do not wish, you do not have to. It's totally up to you.
All right. Do we want to do? All right. So, what do you want to do first? The tarot deck, or
are you keeping track of all the plots? I'd be rather impressed.
Halfway in. That was Dana.
General, halfway in, Momoland, Tarot, Beastkin.
I'd be keeping notes on which all plots and shit. Hopefully Pete is.
Most of them in my head, but...
Well, I mean, written somewhere, because otherwise it may escape your head. And then, what doom shall befall?
I mean, some of the plots are plots I'm already aware of. Some of them are new plots.
Let the good times roll. How much shit can we shovel onto the PCs before they suffocate and die? I am the master of distracting. You will never see the halfway in.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do first? The cards or the halfway in?
Well, the cards is a momentum.
The reason I'm asking, as opposed to saying we're going to do this, is because you guys are adding the final cards, basically. So that's why I'm leaving it up to you which way you want to go.
Yeah, that might be a big deal.
Yes, exactly. Or may not. We may be completely let down again.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
Exactly.
Let's put it together and see what happens.
All right.
All right.
We put the cards together, Logan.
All right. A whole bunch of shit happens at once. First off, you separate out all the cards you don't need. They're in the safe. Then you put all the other cards in. And
I pull out my glasses and put them on and activate a charge.
All right. They haven't been quite activated yet. You have to give up 2 magic points.
Yep, that's fine.
All the cards begin swirling out of his hand into a huge, almost like they're shuffling in the air. And yes, with your goggles on, burn a charge, and give me an analyze magic, and I will tell you shit.
Now I need I need a will by 3 to activate the glasses.
Yes. Good luck.
Does the cards need a will by 3 to activate?
Yes. Well, actually, no. Yes, you do need a will by 3 to activate the cards, and then to get the effects to activate also, yeah. So this may not be the great place for this.
Yeah, we can just do it somewhere else.
That's totally possible.
Yeah, so my glasses activate.
All right, but I think he's doing it now because he's full of willpower and vigor.
And no, can't quite get the cards to go. Let's try in another room. Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
I will make it work.
Will by 1.
Neat.
Will by
They
half.
fly around, and you get to give me the analyze magic roll.
Yep. Oops. Where the hell's me skills? Analyze magic. And the bonus of glasses. By half.
All right. So after watching the cards fly up from the pile and form a circle, it spins around in front of McKay like one of those wheels of fortune and stuff, and lighting up in a rainbow of colors. They settle back into a pile in his hand that he's just holding there like a boss. And Then, right, with your analyze magic. Okay, this is called deck 1. This is important to note down. All the cards, when you give them to people, say deck 1, because as soon as you activate deck 2, all of deck 1's cards go the fuck away. They just poof, gone. Okay? Right. All the effects are magical. Yeah, keep notes on this shit, Pete, because I know you're going to be the card master. So if you try to use them in low magic zones and shit like what you're doing now, then shit may not work.
Yep.
Let's see. One deck is active at a time. All the cards, even if held by different people, etc. If you activate a new deck, they quote my notes go the fuck away. So each of the cards is essentially a one-shot item. You activate them by ripping the card in half. Only the one person who rips the card in half can get either the benefit or bad thing from the card unless otherwise noted. The time effect that the effects last unless otherwise noted, and no, you don't find out what the cards do until you try it. So the first deck will be what we call the experimentation deck, which is extra fun. All the card effects are like till sunup, sundown. So if you don't use it before then, fuck you, it's gone. There's a few of the cards that have different durations. I'll let you know if you try it. You don't find out specific effect until the card's ripped in half. Mask impossible, no roll, fuck off is what I wrote in the notes. All of the effects are related in some way, even possibly very loosely, to the picture on the Rider-Waite tarot deck. So if you want to look and see what the Five of Wands looks like, then you can just fucking Google it. Everybody who is not AFK gets to find out what the effect is because I'm lazy. And the cards in the future may do different shit. They are not balanced with each other because I am not that cool. So some cards may be really strong, some are really weak. Let's see. These cards are stronger than spells, but only useful within the zones that you guys are used to adventuring in, i.e. ones you can respawn in, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yep. Once we go out of the shadow, we can't use them.
They may expire after the end of the season. See Logan for details. So basically, once you have the thing, then be sure to use them up if you are wanting to. Let's see. Yeah. So that's the basic rules there.
All right.
So you've got literally 78 different possible fun, possible bad things sitting in your hand, waiting to just have some fun with you. Congratulations. Everybody take a refill from this auspicious, momentous occasion. The players have literally been working on this quest for 4 seasons.
All right.
It's the final countdown.
Do we need a crime scene cover up?
I think that's how they lost the other deck before.
Yeah.
No. It was inadmissible evidence. All visible evidence goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
Is how we got rid of all the physical evidence.
Yep, it went away. So all the cards look very vivid. I would like to point out, and this is important, the cards are about as strong as paper. So if you get fireballed or something, you may lose your shit that's on you. So these are fun.
Yeah. I'll play a plethora of penguins to replenish our food supplies.
It shows the cook screaming and running. Las Diablo! Las Diablo!
Calm down, Mrs. I can't mental blank what her name is.
Consuela?
No.
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 When we rip the card, do we need to make a willpower roll also?
If you're in a zone that requires willpower in order to make magic go, yes. If you are in a zone that does not require it, like MMO land, should you ever get to visit that, then no.
So this zone, for example, now magic has become harder for some reason in this realm. It didn't used to be harder, but potentially just due to the
It's because all the
industrialization
elves
and
died, says the
and-
elvish girl.
yeah, quite possibly.
That's what I believe.
So if you rip it here, veil your willpower, it's just gone.
Uh-huh.
Got it.
I mean, if you got a lot of willpower, it could still work. And you don't get to find out shit if you rip it and it doesn't work. You just are destroying cards at that point. But there are many zones that there's no willpower roll.
Right.
So many cards. Yeah, essentially, I'm imagining the first deck as a rip frenzy just to find out what things do. Although most of them will keep doing the same thing. Some may change when Logan comes up with better shit. Or if the players do. If the players are like, hey, I did this card and it does this, but I got a different idea now.
Probably want to add a column to your spreadsheet to keep track of the effects.
Yes, I was thinking that. All right, so now because you guys added your cards in last, there's actually not that many enabled cards that you've contributed. So I'm just trying to work out the best way of doing this so you guys don't get duped. Now, I'm not sure how because basically originally it was just going to give back the cards. Whoever contributed them, give them back their cards.
Right.
So at the moment,
complicated.
Yeah, well, yeah. But then it's not necessarily balanced like in this case.
Right.
Glenn's only going to get one card and Dana's only going to get 3 cards.
There's another way to consider doing it. Total number of players divided by deck and then give them at random.
Yeah.
That might be easier. Because I do have a program to randomly generate tarot cards if you need it.
Yeah. But I don't want to do that without first having the okay from Mildred, Doc, and Alex, who were the main contributors to the first deck.
I'd be willing to bet that they just go.
Yeah, I know. They'll probably, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they pretty much just handed them over to me straight away and said, you deal with it.
Yeah. I would.
It's up to you. License.
Yeah. Well, they entrusted me. They entrusted me with the cards. So if I do that, basically go with the fact that everybody that's contributed cards, then it balances out anyway, because then like the second deck, there's going to be more cards that were contributed from Glenn and Dana.
Right. Well, that's why. How many active players are there? Do you believe?
Well, it's more. I was thinking more to do with who's currently. So if I look at who's actually contributed cards, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 7.
That's easy. 10 cards.
Mildred, myself, Alex, Glenn.
Well, you could if you wanted to, you could do something like if everybody's supposed to get 11 cards, for example, you can give everybody 5 now to play with, and then give out more later or something if you wanted.
Yeah.
Is that right? Trying to give everybody back their cards will definitely be a huge pain in the ass for you.
Yeah. Well, originally it was just so that people felt comfortable in handing them over. If some people are fairly possessive of things. Well, they were my cards. I want my cards back.
So. Well, if you don't want to distribute them, you could do a switcheroo and say, like, it was my Queen of Swords that you used, and move the other guy's name over to deck 2.
Yeah. That's potential as well. to balance it out a bit. Yeah, that's a way of doing it actually. All right. So if we swap those cards around, yeah. Have I got all of the cards? Coin.
My goal, Sheila, is to go for an even dozen missions today.
We're getting close.
At this rate,
Yes.
So there's a bunch of weapons here. Bombs?
Yes. Yes, bombs
Are
as
the
well.
sphere things bombs?
Yes.
Not really sure. They got a hole in them.
Are they for bowling balls?
If you bowl with one finger.
10, 11 cards.
It looks like you could probably weasel your finger in there.
the notes on the grenades says it requires a special alien thing to use. So I don't know if we'd be able to use those.
Nobody's dared to put their finger in the hole yet. That came
Put
out.
your finger in the hole. Put your finger in the hole. Not here. Not here.
No.
Please don't do it here.
The elf girl looks very uncomfortable with this doc.
Do I still have my machete in my sword trick pocket? I haven't
far
taken
as I
it
know.
for a long time.
Do you want to pull it out and wave it around wildly?
I mean, can I tell if it's there without trying to pull it out?
You're hopeful it's there.
Yeah. I'll pull it out.
Aha! Roll willpower times 3. You have fallen for my least likely.
No.
He pulls out a machete and wildly waves it around. The girl quickly moves back. Aha! He says. And then he giggles at you for a while. This is what low sanity looks like. Thanks, McKay, that poor man.
Mm.
Apparently, he really wants some tarot cards, is what you're starting to think.
Oh. I'm going to take one of these fancy dwarf swords and deposit my machete.
Right. Please change around the notes then.
All right.
McKay appears to be in deep thought or he's fallen asleep. Hard to say.
No. I'm just working out the tarot card stuff. I can do it later. We can leave it there for the moment. And I'll sort it out later.
Up to you. I would love it.
Just in regards to swapping around, just so that everybody's got a few tarot cards each. It's just going to take a little bit to work out who to swap who with, etc., to balance it out a bit.
I just want people to rip some tarot cards, but yes, whatever.
I know you do.
Yes.
All of them right now.
Ooh, that would be an interesting thing there.
I make my strength roll.
That's a lot of willpower rolls.
Storage is updated.
You watch the person just explode.
So I've got 18. So if I swap those two around.
The elf girl gets your guys' help to move McKay back upstairs so that he can be placed in a comfortable chair while he's thinking, because he sometimes does this. She says he's so smart that he sometimes just stands there and thinks. We have to get him into a comfortable chair. I'll make some soup.
Soup. Do you guys know air magic or fire magic?
Soup, she says.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
we do.
beginnings of both.
All right, no worries.
Not very good at teaching, though.
No, it was more the fact that there's two people here that can potentially teach you.
People, she snorts.
Well, guests. Permanent guests.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones I learned from.
Yeah. Oh, I suspected that was the case, so I just wasn't sure. Unfortunately, being the person who actually had rescued the bird, he has yet to teach me air magic.
Oh.
Bastard.
Yes. Whereas I picked up the fire magic from the lizard very quickly.
Mm-hmm. They put you in a comfortable chair, and she goes off to make some soup. He mutters darkly to himself as he sits in the comfy chair.
I just haven't added the last couple of cards. That's Glenn.
Now, I really like the scene in the movie where Holmes is just going and being led around by people.
In his mind palace.
Yes, yes.
I'll get them to get the tailor in to make up appropriate clothing for these two based on what we've already gotten.
So, ambassadorial clothing, says the elf girl.
The Roman era clothing.
All right. Yep. You guys have a very, very nice ferret tailor come in, and he measures you all over and then basically wraps a really long piece of linen around you after putting you in a simple tunic. Why the measurements? You're not sure, but the wraparound thing, it's not like a bed sheet. No, it is meters long. You could almost climb out a fucking second-story window with this shit, okay? Well, actually, you could if you dropped them in, but yeah.
That's great.
And you're now wearing sandals. They're not the flip-flop variety. They're the lace-up variety and such. Let's see. For they don't take you too far down women's fashion, fortunately, Dana, because fashion for women always seems to be the most uncomfortable shit that they can push people into. That's what defines fashion for reasons. So it's the togas and stuff are pretty actually comfortable. You know, they offer some showy jewelry, but it's not like worth a hell of a lot. It's for looks and stuff if you want it, or you just go without jewelry.
And also
I have enough jewelry.
You get a look at the ring real quick when she pulls it out, McKay. It seems to be plain gold on the outside, but on the inside, give me a spot at half to catch just a little glimpse of something. I knew she'd pull it out eventually, and I was ready for it. Going for 11 plots. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, make it at -30.
There's writing on the inside. You didn't get a look at exactly what sort of writing, but it seems to be some sort of flowing script writing.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was the whole Golem situation.
She's acting like it's the whole Golem situation.
Yeah. So, is it in Latin, as opposed, since Latin is the Elvish language here?
You don't know. You could try to convince her to show it to you.
Dana, the writing on the inside of your ring, is it in Latin?
What are you talking about, Joshua?
The item you're holding in your hand?
How does it get here? I keep the necklace on, and I'm like, you may take a look, but I'm not taking it off.
No, that's all right. Thank you.
It seems to be an Elvish script.
And interesting. So,
yes.
So it's not Latin.
Correct.
Do you want a language roll?
Elvish, please.
It's not
Elvish is written.
No. I bet I was interested to see whether or not either it changed to the language of this zone that the elves speak, or that the language it crossed over multiple zones. Because we've encountered elves in other zones that speak Latin as well. New language. Nope.
I'll try and read it.
Thank God for that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Just shy.
Damn and blast. Nobody will ever get this plot.
What is written on here? Let me take a look.
You've not
No.
looked.
No.
Oh, sorry. Silly question. Have you tried a decoder ring on it to read it?
I don't have any decoder
We
rings
lost
anymore.
all our decoder rings.
Would you like to use one of my decoder rings on it?
It shows him looking like Liberace.
Do you have anything to stop yourself from losing that ring?
This awesome necklace chain.
Sorry, do you have any magic items to stop it from just mysteriously disappearing on you?
No, I don't.
We should go get more decoder rings.
Yes. We could have done that before.
By the way, thank you for reminding me. Each tarot card counts as a magic item, so those can be used as blockers now too. Although you may be giving up some good shit, and unfortunately, nobody has any except Holmes right now. Liberace over there.
78 of them.
Yes, he's ready. He's like, I will protect my dagger at all costs.
I was called the Joker, so
Yeah.
oh my god. No, anyway, yeah. Did you want to try a decoder ring on it and see if it makes sense? See if you can
Yes,
actually read what it
please.
says. All right, here.
I'm
Pass
sure
over the decoder
it's something
ring.
beautiful. Some beautiful poem.
You use it upon it?
I'm gonna use it on it.
Give me a willpower times 3 to use the magic item upon the
Magic
ring.
item.
One ring to decode them all.
Yes. Well,
You get a check in
Maybe.
willpower if you can pull it off.
maybe, although it seems like I would have amazing willpower with my workout regimen and my vegan lifestyle, maybe someone else would like to do the honors.
I'll go for your check.
Try it. It's not like you're going to break the ring if you fail.
She breaks
need
the
it.
ring.
Look at that.
Okay. See? All right, take a check
You
in
really,
willpower.
really want to know about what it says, so it makes sense that it worked.
It apparently your veganism is finally paying off. It says 1 ring to rule them all,
All
1
right.
ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them.
So where did you get the 1 ring from?
There you go.
I was in the sewers of disappointment, and
okay.
I swam underwater through an underwater tunnel, and there was
The island
an
in the
island
middle of
out
the lake.
there, and I didn't get eaten, and it was on the
There's a
island.
log. Yeah, I did speculate that Gollum was out there on the island when we
She's
saw
the
it.
first
there.
person to ever go out there, and she may turn into Gollum eventually.
Yeah, there was.
Look how happy that makes her.
Almost got eaten.
He's
So was Gollum
he's
out
very
there?
good at parkour.
Yeah.
He gave chase, did he?
Oh, it was some kind of lake monster.
No, I am the golem. There's not a golem creature that I took it from. No riddle needed.
No riddle needed, or was he sitting there by itself?
Oh, by the way,
do you recall we did see that lake, big underground lake with island. Yep, and that led to a thing where there were 2 stones piled up. Oh, that's right. That's where there's the magic gate there that we haven't gone through yet to see where it goes to. The fairy ring. That's a gate.
Does that make it
12?
It was one of the things I think I should check that out one day once we got our things back.
Yes. That's all you can tell from normally glancing at that ring with the decoder ring.
Yes.
No surprises.
By the way, for Dana, if you ever get down to 40 sand, your first sanity is already taken care of. Or first insanity is already taken care of. You will start acting like Gollum.
Great. You get split personality. Lovely.
It's gonna take a lot for the eating of the raw fish, though.
Well, he was only doing that because that's all he had access to.
You could always go for vegetarian sushi. I could just see
Juicy, sweet.
So yeah, you. That's about all you know about your ring thus far, as nobody's bothered to check it out in a season or two. So it's just something she wears now. But it does count as a magic item. So if you ever get the magic item goes bye-bye card and you don't have a Dakota ring, it will disappear. Maybe reappear somewhere else. Then you'll have to hunt down the person and kill the shit out of them.
I'll get the tailor to, since he's taking their measurements, to make up some town clothes and dining clothes for Glenn and Dana as well.
For here. For local
Yes,
zone.
yeah.
The local zone.
Yeah, so they got clothes here if they happen to be here and have to go.
Right. Do you want her dressed in like
anything?
Do you want her dressed in like the formal stuff, yeah? Okay.
What would you prefer, Dana?
That's a good question. Basically, man dress or woman dress?
I'm not gonna force upon you to dress in 19th century formal women's wear if that's what you would rather not do.
I need to be able to run and kick.
So something that you can quickly rip off and like they
this
do in
is
the
not
movies.
A bodice ripper, Mr. McKay.
Are we able to get rooms at the embassy or?
Yeah. It's big.
Cool.
It's huge and fancy, and there's guards around it.
We've taken over several houses around, and
I'll keep those clothes there.
Yeah. So you can store stuff here. As far as I know, this is probably at the moment, this is probably the safest place to store stuff that we have.
The Elvish boy brings a sheath of documents and wishes to consult with you on some business stuff, McKay.
Certainly, Elwin.
He says, I've been thinking, sir.
Yes.
We should buy more of the property around here. We have the funds to do so. With your permission, I'll go ahead and take care of it. I was thinking we can buy up the things, knock down the other properties, make a large fence around this for more security.
Yep, that sounds good.
Some gardens.
Yep.
All right, I need your signature here, over here, and here.
Yeah. Dana and Glenn, do either of you have any knowledge of gunsmithing?
Yes.
How is your draftsman / drawing ability?
Not sure what that would be.
Art, drawing, and I think draftsman would probably be a writing skill.
Depends on if you're using CAD, which would be computer usage, and engineering.
No, I'm thinking more of, because one of the things I'm thinking of that we could potentially do is some late 19th century firearms, patent them, start getting them made, and that'll bring in more funds into this zone for us to use elsewhere.
We could definitely use that, says the kid. For elsewhere. Oh.
I've got this pistol from Genovia. Does that work here?
Yes, that's the normal here, sir.
Yeah, they should be the same as if it's from Melwick's. It'll be pretty much the same. Melwick's is the human version of this place on the other continent.
Okay. I'm not good at drawing.
Okay.
Never really practiced drawing. Somehow I'm better at computers than drawing.
Yeah. It's just something. It's something I've been thinking about. If we can get some, my other thought was if we go just somewhere like Gotham or somewhere, get some books with the designs of it. Then somebody with decent skill can then make some notes as to what we need to do to get that to actually make a gun, and then we patent it and hand it across and make more money and get better weapons getting made here.
Yeah. Gunsmithing I could do professionally.
Yeah. All right. So you might be the man to
learn drawing.
Do something about that. If I said, even if you can't draw, if we can get hold of the illustrations already drawn out, you can then at least make the notes as what's required to, what sort of metals, tensile strength, blah 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 blah. the bits that will be necessary to work out how to start making them here.
You'll never be able to find that already written down. There's only one way to do it, and that's to learn drawing from scratch.
Yeah. How dare we go into a bookstore and purchase a book on it? And
Exactly. That's heresy. By the way, you notice that she continues stroking the ring absent-mindedly for some reason, McKay. You suspect many things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what it is you suspect. I can't read your mind, but I'm sure you do.
It's got a hold on her.
Yes. No telling what it does.
Cast a spell on her.
Get one of those 3D printed gun files.
Yeah.
That'd be handy.
Like so.
So 13 plots we're up to.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys watch McKay being fed soup by the Elvish girl because he's concentrating.
I'm swapping cards around, so
He says, "Here comes the dragon into the cave."
And get more cards, blah 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 blah.
What a great movie scene that is. Mm-hmm. No problem. She says your dinners will be here soon. They bring in like roast lizard and things like that for you. There's some potatoes and shit that are not too tainted, I guess, to eat. They don't really understand the whole "don't eat meat here," thing.
There's plenty of vegetables. Just avoid the meat if you're vegetarian, Dana.
They cooked them all together. She thinks, looking at him in disgust. Luckily, it's full of fresh fruit.
The animal. They use
Which animals do they eat here?
Every lizard type things, like the lizard cow, the lizard chicken, etc.
Actually, Dana, do you have any knowledge of animal handling, especially around horses and stuff like that? I'm not just assuming because you're a vegetarian you'd have that sort of skill, but
shows her eating the horse. I'm having a break day.
I am very good at horse handling.
Beautiful. All right.
That's a different skill than riding, yes? Riding is different skill than animal handling horse, yes?
I am also very good at riding a horse.
Wow, fuck me. She's got it all. Okay.
Beautiful. Because this is all right, so add another plot, Logan, because this is something else I've been thinking about doing for a while.
14.
And with Dana's ability, I might actually be able to bring this one to fruition.
Woot, woot. Did you finish the cards?
Almost.
God damn it. Here comes the
So MMO land / Kinleyville, they don't have horses there currently. So I've been wanting to get horses and take them there.
They don't have horses here either. They got lizard horses here.
They've got lizard horses, but that should work.
Close enough.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but if you wanted horses, I mean, here they're
well, considering all the weird and wonderful stuff there, I don't think it's going to matter if it's lizard horses or horses. I just needed someone who had an understanding of animal handling on horses and stuff, so we can work out what the differences are.
But would it be different from lizard horse to regular horse? Because they definitely eat different shit.
We were using exactly the same skill previously when I was using them.
Damn.
Yes. No, there is no difference because that's the skill. You just said use the animal handling horse and ride horse for them.
Damn.
Which is why I've actually got a little bit of skill in animal handling from the lizard horses here. Anyway, so my intention is, my thought is that we get some stock and then we take them across to Kinleyville.
Tricky.
It's a neat idea.
So that then they've got lizards horses there to start breeding. But we need to know what potential food differences there might be, etc., to cater, and any slight differences of the whole life cycle, breeding, blah, blah, blah.
Horses go through gates? I thought it was just doors.
No, that's one of the things about walking a pattern. I can actually shift us across with the horses.
Oh.
It may take several days to do so, but I could do that.
He looks more and more interested in this whole pattern thing as you go.
Yeah.
The gravity of his conversation is only being taken down a notch by the fact he's wearing a bib and being fed soup by some elvish girl.
Mm.
The bib says, "I'm the ambassador on it."
Okay, so how many does that give Dana?
He's finishing up at his mind palace. I'm going to teach Dana some magic.
Nice. Now is a perfect time to do it while she's got the fruit bowl and a protective.
Don't forget double willpower by 3. You're going to need to do, unfortunately, here now. And
well, no, he's just teaching her the spell. He's not actually casting it.
Don't you, once you make your cast, don't you actually have to cast it to teach it?
Nope. Oddly enough, no.
Okay.
You just talk about it in theory and see if you're babbling.
Teaching. No.
He goes, blah, 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 blah. You open wide. He always go, blah, 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 blah. This is the worst dinner ever. Blah, blah, blah. Wave pig leg, lizard pig leg around in the air to illustrate point.
Oh. Try with Joshua, too, if you want to take a break.
Mm.
He's almost done with his soup.
What are you wanting to teach me?
Do you have meta magic?
I think I do. Let me just
Wood, stone, metal.
Meta. Yes, I've got spell helper.
Wood, stone, metal.
I don't believe I have any of those as yet.
Here comes the teaching roll.
Yeah. Which one would you like so I can fail my teaching roll?
Yay.
Try wood first.
I made it.
Ooh, now you just got to make your skill roll for the level 1 spell, and bada boom. You have crunked the system. And you get a check in the spell if you can succeed in it.
Yeah.